PPL of Reddit, what behavior in other men leads you to think, yep, they'll likely remain perpetually single? They are always the victim. Nothing is ever their fault. They go on to insult every person that has rejected them, and they don't understand why, because according to them they are perfect. When you think everyone else in the room is an asshole, you're probably the asshole people who think there's always something wrong with everyone else. Absolutely nothing at my age. I've seen enough absolutely loathsome and unlikable dudes find love that I'm convinced there really is someone out the door. Everyone. In some cases their wives even turned them and made decent human beings out of them, so big kudos to the women out there with the foresight to spot those diamonds in the rough and the patience to polish them. Overthinking. So many guys just keep overthinking it all. Most guys would really help themselves by simply just letting go. Apparently only the refusal to date or to try finding a partner leads to being perpetually single. Some of the worst, most undateable people I've ever met in my life have been married or in relationships. I have no idea how that works. People are fucked up. Refusing to take the word no as an answer. I made a new friend. One day I went over to his house to chill. He lived with his mom. We were mid-20s, so not too bad. I had brought lunch, but didn't feel like eating it. I asked if we could go in my car to the store and grab something. He stiffened up and said, okay, let me go and ask my mom. Even though I was asking if we could go in my car, his mom had nothing to do with it. He came back and said that he wasn't allowed to come with me to the store. That kind of behavior. Critiquing actual supermodels and Hollywood starlets for the tiniest physical imperfections while simultaneously being a fat, pasty, unwashed, slovenly, unemployed loser with zero personality or life goals outside of gaming. Sorry Reddit. Have you heard of Andrew Tate? Yep, good luck there. As a high-value man, I think females should idly sitting behind the computer hating on other people's sexual and romantic successes while they themselves stay locked up in the house. My stepson is 34, has never been on a date, is not gay, and lives with a cat. I think he is well on his way. It seems to be his choice, so it's not a big deal to us. Bo, my friend who has been single forever, refuses to wear deodorant. When they use isle slang like foids, chads, Stacy's, etc. Ridiculously high standards for women they'll date, especially when they are uncharismatic, unattractive, and don't have their shit together. Open misogyny untended to, and very obvious instability, rage problems, abusiveness, or destructive mental illness or personality disorders. Total immaturity with no interest in growth, blaming everyone else for their problems and the consequences of their actions instead of taking personal responsibility. Spewing out manspreansel buzzwords and myths about women. Let's see, my dad is controlling, always yelling. As a woman I would never tolerate that. And my mom was his perfect match, but he fumbled her. As a metaphor, shampoo, conditioner in one are okay. Your partner a child in one, not so much. Most people I know who are still single, women and men, exhibit a lot of childlike behavior. I have tended to be the active part in my relationships and am still so exhausted by it. I could never go for someone like that as a partner ever again. I can be friends with some of them, but only as long as I keep my energy together. Men who make no effort to put themselves in uncomfortable situations to develop. I've been at school with and friends with a lot of guys who made most of the correct decisions regarding education and personal finance. But there is a common trend that these guys also tend to lack the social skills or confidence to go and meet women. There is something to be said, in my view, for letting loose when you're 18-25 and have no responsibilities, so you can learn that being goofy to attract a bit of attention is a good thing to help realize it's not the end of the world. I know some guys my age and up in their 30s that think they'll find a girl at that same age without kids or some other baggage. They are out there, but the odds are the random girl you see on Occupid isn't her. Went on a date once with a guy who has kids with multiple women, and he blamed them for getting pregnant. When he said women lie to trap men, I got up and left.